This is a video interview at St Teresa's Catholic Primary School. The time is 10:15 AM on Monday the 24th of November 2014. My name is DCI Williams and the person being interviewed is Mrs. Sarah Johnson. There are other people present in the room at this time. First question I need to ask you, Mrs. Johnson, is when and where did you see the creature?
I was just on my way to year 4 and I'm sorry, it's just so... I was on my way to year 4 and I just passed the fish tank and I heard this strange, it was like a scratching noise and a funny, I can't describe, like a growling noise. And then there was something orange. I saw a big paw and a claw and I was just about to go and I was just outside the resource area.
My next question is, Mrs. Johnson, what did you see and can you describe it?
I can. Well, it was a tiger, but it wasn't a normal tiger. It was huge. It had great big swollen paws with talons coming out. They were so sharp, they were like razors. It was bearing down. It had great big teeth coming out. It was slavering. Eyes were red and flashing. Its fur was it was so deep, but it was vivid orange and deep black stripes, but it wasn't like a normal tiger. It looked so angry, and then its tail was like a rope swooping round, and it was bent down on its haunches ready to pounce. It was just enormous. It was like a tiger from a film. It wasn't normal. It wasn't like the ones I've seen in the zoo.
How big was it?
As I said, it was just gigantic. It was like twice the size of a normal tiger. It had this huge head, and it, as I said, it was his paws and the muscles on it, they were rippling, and this massive jaw, and as it's almost smiled at me, it bared its teeth, and it got this horrible noise. It was like in the back of its throat. It was so angry, and its eyes were just staring straight at me. It was like it was boring into me, and it was so intent. I felt like its prey.
What did it do?
It was walked towards me, and then it stopped still, and then it bent back on its haunches, ready as if it was about to pounce, and then it sort of smiled at me. As I said, it was like it wasn't a nice smile. It was like it was coming out to me, and then its tongue came out. It was all pink and long, and it licked its lips. This all happened, it seemed like for ages, but it was only in a few split seconds, but so much had happened, and I just didn't know what to do. And I knew the children were in class, but I couldn't get to the children, and the door was closed. I think, thank goodness the door was closed. And then I just thought, it's going to go for me now. It's about to pounce. And I just turned and ran out of the resource room into the hall and closed the door.
What direction did it go?
As I turned round, I saw it went after me. It couldn't get through the door. It scratched at the door, and there's actually a scratch mark in the door, and it couldn't get through the glass, so it went down through the history tunnel, and it went out onto the playground, I think. And that's when I ran and called the police.
What reason do you think it might be in school?
Well, the only thing, I mean, how on earth can a tiger, we're not Africa, it's not Asia, this is a tiger, but was it last week or the year, there was a news footage about a tiger that escaped from Chester Zoo, and we are ages away from Chester, but all I can think of, it must be from there. There's no other explanation. How on earth could a tiger be in school? How it's got over the fence, I don't know. But we just need to keep everybody calm and everybody safe.
Can you just go over it again from the beginning, Mrs. Johnson?
As I said, I was on my way down to Miss Holly's class. I just felt there was something wrong. I don't know, I just felt something was strange. And that's when I was walking towards the fish tank, and that's when I spotted this paw coming out and this orange flash, and then as I moved towards it, it came out and it slinked out really, and that's when it sort of went to go to me, and I knew it was going to pounce at me. And I checked the door to year 4 was closed. I thought, well, they can't get in there. Year 3 was closed. I knew it was about to pounce. It bared its teeth at me. Its tail was whipping about, and I just turned about and ran as fast as I could to go and get the police. And the tiger, I think, went outside onto the playground. And that's when I pressed the alarm button.
This video interview is now being terminated. The time is 10:19 a.m. on Monday the 24th of November 2014. There are still only 2 people in the interview room, myself, DCR Williams, and Mrs. Sarah Johnson.